give me some good news.
Shit, I'm working on it, you guys, I swear.
Seven, just get around them. Get around them.
You think I'm not trying?
The bus was faster.
All right, maybe you should get back on it.
Truck? 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 Just go back that way. That way.
Okay, how about you drive and I hold the map? How about that?
You know what? You two really need to work on your communication. It's the cornerstone of every good
Right.
party. See, there you go. Now you're in sync.
Look, just get the transporter up. Even if you can't beam us to Castaic, we'll still need an exit when we find Rios.
Seriously, guys, I need more time.
How much?
A day?
A day? We barely have an hour.
Oh, Agnes.
Stand by. I might know someone who can help.
Welcome, everybody, to Deep Space Pride, a gay Star Trek podcast. My name is Mike. I am one of your hosts, and with me is Johnson, my co-host. Johnson, welcome to episode 75 of our podcast.
Did we establish that this is a milestone?
75 is a big number. Yes, 75 is one of those round numbers.
It's not. Is that a round number? It's just a multiple of 25. It's fine.
It's a big deal.
Sure.
Aren't you excited?
When I turn 75, if I turn 75, I guess it's a big deal.
Right now, you're going to be lucky to see 41.
I don't want to turn 75. That's too much. But
well, we've turned Deep Space Pride has turned 75 now. Episodes, that is.
Episode 75. Okay. Well, congratulations, Mike.
Thank you. Congratulations to you, Johnson. You're half of this podcast too.
Great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for welcoming me.
You're welcome. How was your week? How's your Wednesday?
Well, it's not over yet. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It reminds me of that 30 Rock meme where Liz Lemon's like, "What a week, huh?" And then it's like it's only Tuesday. It's not over. It's been okay. It's been busy. Work's been crazy, but manageable. I had a friend from Chicago stay with me, and he's gone now. He got a hotel, but he stayed with me for 2 days, and it was good. It's good to see him.
Is this the friend that you went to Chicago to see a while back?
Wow,
okay.
Good memory. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
See,
This is the friend.
I pay attention,
and you listen. Good job.
I listen.
I did tell him that I'm going to be in Chicago in 2 weeks, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm not going to see you. I'm going for a Star Trek convention." He was like, "All right, that's fine." So
he's clearly not a Star Trek fan.
No, he's not. I actually, oh my gosh! So when I stayed with him, I was like, "Yeah, let's watch a Star Trek episode together." He was like, "Why?" I was like, "Oh, just want to get you into it, or And he's like an actor, so I was trying to think what episode and. I'm interested to hear what episode you think would be good to show him. So it needs to be one-off, no context, right? So I had recently watched Sarek. So I was like, oh, maybe Sarek, like it's a good standalone episode. You don't need that much context. He fell asleep. It was not good. Because I thought it would be a good showcase of Patrick Stewart's acting skills and all that. He was not into it.
For it. Wow.
But that's a tough ask. If you don't have any context, if you don't know Star Trek, one time episode, what would be good?
Yeah,
maybe I could pick a DS9 episode, but
I was gonna say DS9 would be my immediate go-to. Probably In the Pale Moonlight or.
The problem with In the Pale Moonlight is you kind of need a little bit of context as to what's going on with the Dominion War. And you need to know the context of the relationship between the Federation and the Dominion and the Romulans, and some of the interpersonal relationships between Cisco and Garrick. Like, there's a little more there in terms of background that you need. So I was like, that's a lot to explain. I don't know. Meanwhile, Sarek, I was like, all right, there's this old guy and he's been around for a long time and he's well respected. Like, that's it. So I don't know. I was just trying to think of like a good one-off. Disney comes with a lot of baggage. They have a lot of good standalones, but then it's like a lot of context, That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, when people think of Star Trek, they think of like a ship based going somewhere, Starship Enterprise and all of that.
I suppose. It's a tough ask. I could have picked a better episode, but
yeah, I don't know that my mind did not wander to Sarek at all, and I was surprised.
It was only because I had watched it recently, and I was like really into it. And if you recall, I had this phase where I was really into all the 10-4 performances. Do you remember this?
Oh yes.
In Sarek, they had a Mozart.
Yes,
they have a Mozart night, so I was like really obsessed with it.
I'm thinking, I'm trying to think if you need a lot of context, but Ensign Rowe comes to mind as a standalone.
That's so random.
I don't know. It's a really good episode. It's a really good episode, though. It's about refugees. It's about war. It's or war ravaged people.
Yeah. It wouldn't be my first go-to if I wanted to showcase Star Trek, but I don't know.
That's I
mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like, is there one episode that really encapsulates Star Trek really well? I don't know. It's a tough ask.
The Child.
The Child. Get the fuck out of here. I might as well I've told him to watch Sub Rosa.
You know why I picked the Child was in my oh my god, Sub Rosa. Please no. Never.
You know what last week was the 30th anniversary of?
30th anniversary of. So last week it's 2022.
Oh my god.
1992.
You're overthinking it. It's honestly every single episode at some point is going to reach the 30th anniversary.
Correct. Yes. Something in 1992.
It was the 30th anniversary of Cause and Effect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
do you not like that episode?
No, I do. No, of course, no. Obviously it has implications in this week's Picard. As does
Cause and Effect?
Yes, threes.
Oh, I guess
15s.
I know what you're talking about just because of the number pattern.
Threes.
All right, whatever. It actually is a really good standalone episode.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's a time loop, though. I mean, it's it's sort of seeing like the person. If you're showing it to them for the first time, they're going to see the same scenes over and over again, just slightly differently. And
do you know that?
Do
you know that during the original broadcast, people called their local affiliates to complain that they were accidentally repeating the episode?
No,
people are so fucking dumb. I'm like, people are fucking idiots. Like,
that's
ridiculous.
Awesome. That's awesome.
People literally called in. I'm like, of course they did. Because
today, that would be
Americans
people bitching.
Idiots.
That would be people bitching on Twitter today, essentially.
Yeah. Call your local affiliate. I can't.
Well, so that's funny. So it's the 30th anniversary of Cause and Effect, which has a tie into this week's episode, but also I think on the Ready Room, the trivia question was, what was the first episode that we see Guinan in?
Oh, was it The Child?
It was The Child, but I got it wrong. I guessed something else. I thought for some reason I thought it was
season 2, episode 1, idiot.
Thank you.
Yes. Of course. I'm always affirming.
I thank you. That's so. I feel so loved right now. No, I didn't actually remember that Guinan was in this one. I didn't.
The Child?
I mean, I remember. Yeah, I didn't remember her being in it.
Yeah, because it's also Pulaski's first episode, and she comes onto the ship, and then she doesn't report in. I don't know if you remember the episode.
Oh, I remember her not reporting in.
And then Picard is like, "Where the fuck is this woman?" And then she's like in 10 forward with Guinan.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I don't remember that scene. I vaguely remember this now. Okay. But no, I didn't remember. I remember obviously Deanna, it's Deanna's episode really.
Right.
And I remember Pulaski. So that's it. I totally forgot about Guinan. So I got that question wrong on the quiz.
You forgot about Pulaski and Guinan.
No, I didn't forget about Pulaski. I forgot about Guinan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that's why I said the child jokingly. It is not a show. It's not enough. I would not show a season 1 or most of season 2 episode to a newbie. That would be.
Well, I mean, Measure of a Man was pretty good.
Oh yes. Measure of the Man is excellent.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
one
a really
of the
good
best TNG episodes, to be honest. It's very
well, that actually is probably even in my top 10 of Star Trek episodes.
Oh, I don't have a top 10. Okay.
That would definitely be in my top 10. And again, once again, it has implications to this week's episode as well.
Measure of a Man?
Yeah,
What?
Guinan talks about slavery essentially and racism.
Oh, yes.
So
sure.
yes. So there's don't be a hater.
Well, the child was not the child. I'm sorry. Measure of a Man in that context. This goes back to what I was saying last week, where Star Trek used to utilize metaphor much more, versus now they will just talk about now it's just woke, like they don't they don't beat around the bush anymore, for better for worse.
This week's episode is definitely
it's a little woke. Yeah. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think we're also going to talk about some Star Trek news, right?
Yeah, I mean, apparently we have a new television show that's coming out called Strange New Worlds that they're actually marketing ahead of time. So, which is really great. We're getting a lot of great little scenes. We're meeting the crew.
Mm-hmm.
So far, as of this recording, we've met 4 of the crew.
Yeah. It's a big cast. It's a decent sized cast. I think is it 9 cast
It
members?
is.
9 major cast?
I don't know. I don't know. I've not counted. But I did want to say that in comparison, so yes, it does seem to be a larger cast, as is Discovery is a larger cast. But I'm really liking about Picard the smaller cast. We get some really great stuff with a smaller cast, and the story is a little bit tighter. So I'm loving Picard for that very reason, because we get some. Yeah.
Well, you get more time with everyone. That's
Yep. Which is why,
and it doesn't. Even though it's funny, because even though the show is called Star Trek Picard, it's not all about Picard. It's about all these other people too. Honestly, I think the past 2 episodes, Picard took kind of like. Last episode, I feel Picard even took a little bit of backseat. This episode, he had more because of Guinan, but you still got a lot of time with everyone else.
Yeah, I agree with last.
Meanwhile, Discovery, it's they should call it Star Trek Michael Burnham. Because honestly, it's what it is.
Fair. Yeah. So we've met 4 of the crew so far with these 30-second little. So we've had 2 minutes of Strange New Worlds, which is awesome. Plus a teaser trailer, right? So over 2 minutes of stuff. And so we've met 4 of the crew. We've met Cadet Uhura. We have met Lon, Noonien Singh,
then
which still bothers me. Still bothers me to have a Noonien Singh on the.
I know.
Enterprise.
I'm curious as to how that's going to pan out, but
well, in her little clip, she said that she's the only survivor of something.
Right. Yes.
It is unclear what she is a survivor of, but yes. I'm very mistrusting of this character already, and she's head of security, which is not a good sign.
Then Helmsman Ortega.
Yep. What's her name? Michelle Navio or Michael Navio? I forget. And then we meet Engineer Hemmer.
Yes, Hemmer. The Anar.
The Anar, yes. So
this is so cool. I love that they did that.
Yeah, I'm really
Enterprise
loving.
callback.
Yeah, I'm really loving this. We get to see the super large engineering section briefly, which, the
Why the heavy sigh?
heavy sigh is because the Enterprise does not have a TARDIS-like engine room, but apparently it does have a TARDIS-like engine room.
Oh, I didn't really look that. Is it that big? I mean, we also got that from JJ, the massive
We
engine
did,
room
yes,
that
but no,
is-
I'm talking about
that's
even the
boiler
short
room.
track. Remember the short track? They had the massive engineering section.
I don't remember the
Yeah.
I remember the short track, but I don't
Yep.
remember the shot of the engine room.
Yes, it's huge, and I think they're continuing with that motif, which I'm not.
It's not as big. I'm looking at it. It's not as big and insane as the JJ one. The JJ one's absolutely batshit.
Yeah, no, I'm not even. And I'm not even thinking about the JJ one.
That was like
I
a
don't
building.
even. JJ's is a refinery or some sort.
Yeah, it was
Inside of
ridiculous.
like build a damn set, dude. Like build a reasonable set. For engineering anyway. Yeah, so I'm a little. So a couple of things. I'm excited. We did see the Tholians in one of them, which is exciting.
Yes, in
we
the
saw the-
Ortega's one.
Yes, in the Ortegas one. I think I'm really gonna like her. I think she's gonna be great.
She's like spunky.
Yes, that's actually the word I was gonna use. Spunky. Oh my gosh! Wow, we're on the same wavelength here.
For now.
For a moment, yes. It's just a brief. Dear listeners, it's only for a brief moment where we're not arguing about
Dear
something.
gentle listeners, which is that's a Easter egg for our later discussion about Bridgerton.
Oh yes. That's funny, dear gentle listener. So yes, the fact that we have a single similar thought is shocking on this podcast. What else did we see in there? So Cadet O'Hara still, I like the short little clip of her sort of longingly looking at the communication station.
Yes, it was like
which I thought was really, really nice foreshadowing there. But it
so
seems
what is
like
she doing? Because I know she's a cadet serving on the bridge, but what is her function?
I don't know. I mean, we don't know.
Maybe it's like an intern, like she does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if it's true or not, but that was definitely the vibe of that. She's there to kind of explore and figure out where she wants to fit into. Yeah. Which is great. Who was the other first one yesterday? Oh, Lan. Yeah, we already. Yeah, I'm really, really skeptical, and I'm hoping that we don't have like a bad security officer who does,
like a mole or something.
Yeah, like
I
something.
hate moles.
I do too. I'm really hoping that. So yeah, I mean, the fact that she has that name and it comes with so much baggage, like it's really going to be hard to like this character.
I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens.
Am I podcasting with someone new? You're giving someone the benefit. You're giving someone the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
what?
It's a fictional character. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Fair enough, but you're usually very judgmental of fictional characters as well.
Well, we haven't seen one episode. Usually, I reserve judgment until we see one episode.
I'm shocked right now.
I mean, she seems fine. I mean, in the teaser, you don't get anything ominous feeling, so
Oh, I do. I mean, I don't know. She looks too serious, but I guess security officers are serious people.
Yeah.
A la the JJ security people who are just a bunch of dicks, apparently.
Sure.
So then we get Hammer, who's apparently an engineering genius.
Mm-hmm.
And this really cool shot of a very cute transporter operator. So hopefully he's in it more than that.
I was just like the skinny Asian guy.
He's fine. He's cute.
He's very twinky.
Okay. Your point?
It's just an observation.
You're kind of twinky, no?
Am I twinky? I don't know. Am I tall and skinny? Isn't that usually what a twink is? I don't think I'm either. I don't think I'm either tall or skinny.
Maybe you're a pocket gay.
I'm a what? Wait, what? What am I? What's my label?
Pocket gay.
Pocket
Small,
gay.
small, compact. You can pick them up and put them in your pocket.
Oh my god!
You've never heard that before?
No.
Oh wow. So innocent momentarily.
All right.
Um,
No, I think you covered all of them. I'm liking the short vignettes. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more with the characters. I feel there's an opportunity, especially with it being more episodic, that we'll get. It's like the TNG days or DS9 days. It's like one episode will be about a certain character, or it will be like a lead, like one central character for each story.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll go back to
always
A
need to be
and
like
B.
a Pike or Spock,
Right. But it could be an A and B plot too.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's generating a lot of excitement for me, and I've been excited for Strange New Worlds all along. I mean,
well,
Captain Pike is Captain Pike.
He's like a total dilf.
Yes. Wow, we have had two of the same thoughts in one episode. We better stop recording right now. That's it for Deep Space Pride for this week. We're done.
Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review.
Yes.
No, he looks good in that uniform.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, he looks good. Yes, he looks good. Period.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. I might actually get my picture with him. Or an autograph.
You're gonna pay $100 to get a photo of him.
Sure, why not?
I
don't know. We'll see. I haven't really.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
Are you gonna tell him that he's a DILF?
Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Well, speaking of Strange New Worlds, hopefully we'll get a trailer next week when we go to Chicago.
Yes. Well, there's a panel, so that's exciting on Saturday, I think, Saturday afternoon. Jerry O'Connell said he's going to be there. So I'm wondering, everyone's wondering if Rebecca Romaine is going to be there.
Well, he's going to be there. It's going to be there for the Lower Decks panel.
I don't know. He's not an official guest per se, is what I've heard through. Oh, but really? He's just saying that he's going. So, which is totally cool. And I think he's also said that he will hug people, which is awesome too. So.
Oh, okay, great. Need that hug from Jerry O'Connell.
I mean, you need a lot of hugs. You need more hugs. Yes.
Why?
It'll soften you up a little bit.
I don't know about that.
Unclear.
Yeah.
So I think this is doing a great job of creating some hype for Strange New Worlds, which is a little over a month away, which is exciting. Of course, it's premiering the same week, I think, that the Picard season finale is, right?
Oh, is it the finale that it's premiering against? Or premiering alongside?
I think so.
Okay.
Because we're going to see episode 5 tomorrow.
Wow, it's like April.
Yes.
Over. It's crazy.
The year is not over. Do not be ridiculous.
The year is basically over at this point. It's like
you're ridiculous. That is not true.
It's getting close. It's April. It's like crazy.
The first quarter of the year is over. One quarter, 25%. You know that number 25? There's 75% left. Like, this is the 75th episode of Deep Space Pride. See how all of this is coming together?
I was looking at the schedule, not to sidetrack, but I was looking at the schedule.
That's all we do here is sidetrack. What are you talking about? That's standard operating. That's SOP here, standard operating procedure.
So I was looking at the schedule and the Discovery panel. It's like everyone's on it except for one glaring omission, which is Wilson Cruz. I was like, he's not there.
Yeah, because they invited him last minute. Because And he said he had other obligations. So
he had other business to attend to.
yes, he was already booked to do something else. Yes, that is the glaring omission from this. And
I don't think Sneak was there either.
if there is no, she is. I think she's going to be there. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I know a lot of the captains are going to be there. Not all of them, obviously.
Looking at the schedule here. Where's the Discovery panel? Wilson Cruz is definitely very omitted.
Of course, yeah.
Yes, Sneak was not on here.
Oh, I thought
Doug Jones, Anthony Rapp, Noah Averback, Katz, can't say his name. Mary Chifo, Ken Mitchell. Oh, Ken Mitchell.
Yes.
David Ajala, Ian Alexander, Blue Jabario.
Yeah. This is going to be Ken Mitchell's final convention, probably.
Oh, I saw. That's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's like dying, so.
Yeah. And everyone says he's a really nice guy, so.
Yeah.
If you're going to Chicago, which we are, maybe we should get a picture with Ken Mitchell because it'll be the last opportunity to do so.
Sure.
Yeah, so I can't believe that's next week.
I know. I feel it snuck up on us really quickly.
It did sneak up on us for sure.
Yeah.
But at least things are improving.
As in they're actually
announcing
putting
stuff,
a show together.
Yeah. Nothing like throwing
it was like a little
con together in 3 weeks. I mean,
we weren't sure what was really happening.
No, we weren't. I mean, now we are, but we could have had this feeling weeks and months ago. No. Hello, Reed Pop. I don't understand.
If I see any of the organizers, I'm going to be like, you guys did not do a good job.
Well, I'm going to say, where is Wilson Cruz and who effed up and who do I need to kill? Yeah, that's a glaring omission. But anyway, yep. The whole family is going to be there except Wilson Cruz. Great job. Cheers.
Well, I'm excited. I'm not excited for deep dish Chicago style pizza. That I'm not looking forward to.
Well, you can have whatever. You can have something else. I enjoy a deep dish pizza, but when in Chicago, must do the Chicago thing. Yes, but you grew up in you won't eat anything that doesn't have the right proportions of. We talked about this already.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah. So anyway,
we don't need to get into it again.
We don't. No.
That being said, it's coming up. It'll be great. Yes. We'll have fun time.
Yes, we will have a fun time.
The end.
Yes. Fun will be had.
Yes.
Hopefully there's a Starbucks very close to our hotel.
I know. I need Starbucks daily.
That was great. At Las Vegas, that was fabulous.
It was great. Yeah, it's so good.
You go down in our elevator where we stayed and there's a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Right there.
It was fantastic.
It was great.
It was great.
Yes. And the whole a bunch of the Trek Geeks family is going to be there, so it's going to be great. Most of us have not met each other in person.
I mean, we'll see if we do anything together. We may or may not.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be some activities.
But we also have a table in the exhibit hall.
We do. Yes, we do.
Do you know what's happening?
Bill and Dan are sitting there, and yes. And then we could slip in once in a while and let them go have a bathroom break or something or other.
All right. That's fine with me.
So, but so can the other shows on the network as well. So they will not be sitting there the whole time, but we'll, it's like subbing in on basketball,
Well, it's not the exhibitors or the exhibit hall is open all the time. It's like usually certain hours, right? No? Or is it all the time?
No, the exhibit, it's always open.
Oh,
yeah.
How's that gonna work?
I don't know, but I might as well do the shout out to Fansets right now because it's they're there, and I'm excited to get a hold of their 3 Mission Chicago pins, which they'll release there next week. And if there's any left, they're going to put them up on the website. But as you know, Johnson, and as our listeners know, Fansets is the exclusive sponsor of the Trek Geeks Podcast Network and Deep Space Pride. So, yes. So
wait, we're going to do the whole plug now or later?
Did you miss me saying I might as well do the plug right now?
Okay. I wasn't sure we were going to continue. I felt it sounded like you were almost like done. So I wasn't quite sure if you were going to give the promo code and everything.
Yes, I might as well. Then
right,
we'll just this shake things up a little bit. But I'm excited. I'm excited to go see Fansets Mission Chicago. And listener, if you are going to Mission Chicago, you should go to the Fansets and the Trek Geeks table, but the Fansets table and meet Lou and John and the whole crew. They will have a ton of pins there. I picked up quite a few in Las Vegas. And but they're gonna have three new Chicago-based pins, and they may even have that new. I wonder if they'll have that new Starship Enterprise,
the massive
like three-dimensional pin. Yeah, that massive one.
Yeah,
that'll be exciting. But they'll have tons of pins there. But if you're not going, you can still go to fansets.com, put a bunch of pins in your cart, or if you want to wait until after the convention, if they have any of those Mission Chicago pins left over, you can put those in the cart as well. But if you do all that and spend more than $30, you're going to get free shipping in the US. And if you use the code DSPRIDE, all caps, you're going to save 10% off your order. So we want to thank Fansets for being the sponsor of Deep Space Pride and the Trek Geeks Podcast Network.
Thanks, Fansets.
There we go.
Though notable is that our promo code will be changing.
Yes, but not for another month.
Yeah, I think
May 1st. Yes, but DS Pride until then, DS Pride 10% off your order at fansets.com.
All caps. Yes.
All caps. So we've talked about the news. We've talked about the Mission Chicago convention, which is finally ramping up. Without Wilson Cruz, I might add.
Oh my God.
Again.
Yes. He's not going to be there.
It's a very sad day.
I mean, he lives in New York City.
I know. We should just grab him. We should just pick him up on the way to the airport. He should just fly with us.
Just hop over to Long Island City and I'd be like, hey.
Yeah, we'll just direct the Uber over to Long Island City and pick him up and bring him along with us. That would be cool.
I guess. I don't know. I don't really like long Uber/plane rides with people I don't really know, because then it's like, what the fuck are we going to talk about for like 5 hours?
There's plenty of things to talk to Wilson Cruz about. Plenty of things.
I'm good. That's like my worst nightmare. Being trapped with someone or sitting next to someone. It's like, what do we talk about?
Well, yes, if it's just a random someone you don't know, but you have seen him on 4 seasons of Star Trek Discovery. You may have seen him on Netflix.
I don't really know him as a person, though.
13 Reasons, so get to know him as a person.
Sounds exhausting. 13 Reasons what? 13 Reasons
13
what?
Reasons Why.
I never saw it.
Neither did I.
I'll tell him about how much I dislike Rent.
Oh, man. Why would you ever do
Just
that?
kidding. JK, I would not do that. Well,
and then we throw you out of the We threw you out of the Uber. We threw you out of the Uber. No, not even the plane. You wouldn't even make it to the plane. And we go to Chicago without you. You can stay in my room, our room. There you go.
I mean, Rent is fine. It's fine.
I don't know why you're hating on it.
I'm not hating on it.
What if he's listening right now? What if he's listening to our episode?
Well, you know, we're all allowed to have opinions. It's a free country, apparently. So,
well, for now, right?
We'll see what happens. All right. It's been 32 minutes and we still haven't started to talk about this week's episode of Picard. So,
I mean, I've been having fun. Have you been having fun?
I've been having moderate enjoyment.
I knew you were going to say moderate time. Oh my gosh. Fine. Here we go. For everyone, here we go. We're going to talk about episode 4 of Picard season 2. It's just Watcher.
Right.
Fascinating. You moved 15 beads on the abacus. You chose the 15th volume of the Britannica. and a Pinot Noir, 1915. Agnes, I think that your marvelous mind is trying to tell us something.
Look at you, Dixon Hill. 15. 15. It must be the other piece of information I took from the Borg Queen's mind.
The last thing you said before I disconnected you, when is the timeline changing?
15 hours?
That's too non-specific.
A date, then.
Did the ship's chronometer ever show precisely when we landed?
The 12th of April, 2024, which, if we are right, would mean...
We have 3 days before the future is changed irrevocably.
So I really enjoyed this episode, but Johnson, why don't you start out? Give us a high-level overview of what you thought of this episode.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. I feel that things are progressing slowly. I feel that, and we talked about this last time, the first 2 episodes were very quick from a narrative perspective, setup, story, boom, it went very quickly. Last episode slowed down a little bit. This episode, I feel, slowed down a little bit more because basically you have 3 characters just kind of wrapped up in the search for Rios, essentially. Between Rafi, Seven, and Rios, they're kind of just, they're basically on a side quest, just trying to get to Rios. So I feel they're kind of stuck in that a little bit, while obviously we have Picard meeting Guinan, and that's kind of driving the overall narrative forward. We have the Borg Queen and Girardi, and they're not really driving the story forward narratively. I'm really loving their back and forth and tit for tat. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Rafi 7 Rio storyline is sort of just giving context to the world that 2024 is embodying, and also giving us ties to, to past tense from Deep Space Nine.
A little bit, but I mean, I don't need the ice agent, the one-dimensional ice agent. Like, that was kind of annoying because he's like a complete jerk and a bully, and
and we get that
very stereotypical like bad cop. Like, I don't need that. I get this. It's like, this is where it gets heavy-handed, right? Like, I don't need them to talk about ICE agents for 2 I don't need the raid. I don't need like this. I don't need the ICE detention center. I don't know if I need Guinan like telling us how the planet's dying. Politicians are bad. There's fake news. There's just a lot. It's just not very subtle. And I'm okay with that in small doses, but sometimes it just gets a little too much. Like, it's become like a little preachy, and it's like, it's kind of clogging up the story for me a little bit. Like, I'm like, oh my God, do we need like 2 episodes about him being like detained by ICE? Like, like, I don't need that. And I'm sure like the next episode, they're going to be bringing him out of the bus, and like, oh my God, more of the ICE agents. So basically it's like 3 episodes are going to be stuck. Like, Rios, it's about bringing Rios out of like the ICE agents, like detention center, So yeah, I don't know, that piece of it, I can appreciate that it's more woke, but I don't need it to be hammered into me. I get it. And it's also the reality I live in too, right? So I don't know I don't know if I need the constant reminder that, our world right now is not the best and it's so divided. I get it. We hear it all the time. That's a thing. I don't know how you feel about it. It's just like, I get it. We talk about it constantly. These are the last 4 years, like last 4 or 5 years has just been about this shit. So, and it's a reality we live in. So I don't know if I need the preachiness. In any case, overall, I liked it. That stuff kind of dragged it down for me. The Guinan stuff, I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love the new Guinan, the young Guinan. It kind of just threw me for a loop. I was just trying to figure out how the episode was kind of just distracted about like Times Arrow, and I was like, how is that playing to it? There are explanations out there. I find it not satisfactory because so Picard meets up with Guinan. Guinan doesn't recognize him, and there is a reason for that apparently why Guinan doesn't recognize him. But Picard doesn't say anything either. Picard doesn't say like, oh, by the way, didn't I meet you? Like, didn't you meet me like 200 years ago? Like, there's no like, I wish that they just like reference it somehow or something, that Guinan has met Picard in some shape or form. If at the very least, Picard should remember that they've met in the past. And then this also bothered me. So she has the 10 Forward bar at 10 Forward Street. So I'm like, okay, so does she own this bar? And then she get a job on the Enterprise D 400 years later and specifically said, I want to build a bar on the 10th deck in the front section as a tribute to the bar they had 400 years ago. Makes no fucking sense. Like, no fucking sense. Because we know 10 Forward is because it's deck 10 forward, right? Like, that's why it's 10 Forward. And now, because of this, we're like, wait a minute. So 10 Forward was actually a bar she had on Earth, like in the early 21st century. And then she still has it, like in 2401. Makes no sense. No sense. I was just like,
it's not 20. She doesn't have it in 2401. It's on the Enterprise D.
No. And I'm talking about in episode 1 when Picard visits her.
Oh, she still has it. Oh, yes, she still has it.
Yeah, she still has it. She still has the lease. Like, I'm like, I don't understand. I was like so confused. It's just like the shit is just like it really bothers me. And like,
I mean,
it's
clearly you seem slightly perturbed by all of it.
Yeah, no, it's just like fan service for the sake of fan service, but then it's like, but it doesn't make any sense, So I don't like that. So there are things that bother me about this. And then I don't really know if I love the new Guinan. Like, I get that. As in, well, she's much more burdened, right? She has a lot more baggage. But I feel that when we met Guinan in the 19th century, shit went down. Like, she was on Earth for a while already, and there's slavery, and she probably went through a civil war, but she was just like her old Guinan self. Like, she was still kind of her, ephemeral kind of like, she was a little bit more, I think Whoopi Goldberg played in Time's Arrow, like she was a little more like immature in some ways, but she was still kind of Guinan-y. But here, I feel like she was just so sad and like, bogged down with like the world. It's just such a departure from the Guinan that we know. So I don't know. There were just things about it that like I wasn't a huge fan of. By the way, I'm talking about all the bad stuff because I do get fixated on that. I mean, like, the good stuff. I'm trying to think about the good stuff. Like, Girardi and Borg Queen, great. I love where that's going. I love their banter, and I love the hints that are being dropped that Girardi wants more somehow, and I feel she wants, part of her is curious about how it would be to be in the Borg collective, because she's been lonely and like she's
I mean the sense of connection, I think is what
it's
she's
evocative for her.
Yeah, it's an interest because she always has felt like on the outside, but
right.
But going back to Guinan, I love the new Guinan.
Okay.
I think Ito Aguirre did a fantastic job with it.
She has nice arms. I was like, shit.
Oh yeah, Guinan
works out.
Guinan works out. I am not bothered by the temporal mechanics of it. I thought that David Mack on Twitter gave a great explanation of the temporal.
I didn't find it satisfactory. I was like, why wouldn't Picard mention something? Because obviously Picard is existing outside of the timeline, so at the very least he would be able to say something and recognize like that. Hey,
I think he's being on the cautious side to not change her future or affect anything. The whole thing that they're trying to do is avoid butterflies. And
meanwhile Seven and Rafi are like in a car chase across downtown LA.
So
like,
that's all
ridiculous.
but I think that this is the whole point. Like Picard is actually being cautious and not causing butterflies. He doesn't know what's going on with everyone else, and I think that they're causing some major butterflies here that are going to happen, which I think is part of this side quest, as you call it, which I totally agree. I can see how it feels like a side quest. We don't know what the purposes of it. Yes, it does kind of give us a perspective of life and times that we're living in currently, even though this is 2 years in the future. So it's definitely all of that. But I'm wondering if there isn't going to be some point to this part of it, and I'm wondering if it's the butterfly effect of these these effects, of Rios meeting Teresa, of Rafi and Seven.
I feel they're gonna meet up with Teresa again, and it's gonna be. She's very. She reminds me of the Jillian Taylor character in Star Trek 4, the doctor that is kind and aware of how the world is, but wants change. It's that kind of character.
Yeah, no, that's a great comparison. I didn't think of Jillian Taylor until you said it, but that's a great comparison. Yeah, so I'm just wondering if this
maybe
whole butterfly
go back with them
is,
to the future. Who knows?
Maybe it's hard. Again, butterfly effect. But she's also got a son, so there's that piece of it.
Right,
like
she has a son. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that piece of it as well. So yeah, I'm wondering if this isn't like the butterfly effect that's going to impact how when they get back to their own time, something else is off and they need to fix that as well. So, but I'm kind of along for the ride. I thought that I loved the Raffi and Seven dynamic.
No,
I thought
it's good. I mean,
the
fact that they're kind of caught up in trying to save Rios. I like their little adventure. They have
good banter with one another. There's some tender moments which I really like on the bus. The bus. The nice callback. Speaking of Jillian Taylor to Star Trek 4, the rocker guy, where the song is updated, and that's one of the things I loved about this episode was the music, both the orchestral music undertones that were played throughout, which I'm assuming is Jeff Russo, and then this song, and then if you listen to the song that is playing as Picard goes into 10 Forward, that's also got some lyrics that are very prescient to what's going on. So I really thought that
is playing.
I don't remember the name of the song, but there's a song playing. So I had closed captioning on, so I get to see the words of the song, which was which you'd have to kind of really pay attention to if you. But the fact that they were on the closed captioning I thought was really great. So I got to I paid more attention to the music that way. I also paid
closed captioning on. I didn't notice this.
Yeah.
I noticed the metal rock guy on the bus.
Yeah, but the song too, 35 years later,
right. I get it.
blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I thought that Raffi and Seven had some nice tender moments. Seven sort of did the whole Kevin thing again with the police officer at the desk, which, if Raffi, that little scene with Raffi yelling at the police officer at the desk, I feel like that was a really calm and collected and controlled police officer. If someone was, someone was there yelling at you, and my impression would be that they would be pretty close to arrested, or but there wasn't this confrontation, which I was sort of surprised at.
She was told,
given Raffi was like off her rocker. So there's that, and then Seven kind of comes in and does the whole Kevin thing again, which I think is great because it's outside of her character, and I love that. I love that piece of that we're seeing with Seven's character development. And
I wonder if where that's gonna go. Is she gonna, how that's gonna impact her character in the future?
Yeah,
because obviously it's different right now because she doesn't have her Borg implants, but
yeah.
Part of
I
her
think,
kind of miss that, I'm sure.
yeah,
once we get back to quote unquote prime normal timeline or whatever.
right. Which I don't think is going to be normal. I think there's going to be something else wrong, but that's my
That's going to lead
prediction.
into season 3.
Yeah. Aside from Girardi being the board queen, which I think is,
I
it
mean,
looks more and
that
more
seems to
like
be where it's going.
yeah, more and more like that's what it's going to be. Although, we've seen before where they set you up to believe one thing and then you see something else, and so who knows? So yeah, yeah, it's a little bit of a side quest. I'm enjoying it. I'm wondering. Picard and Girardi make a lot of progress with so it's the 12th of April. They've got 3 days. April 15th is the day that things happen, where the future goes irrevocably wrong. And then, I think, it is, I don't know, for me, and, I shared we had a really intense, powerful discussion over on Discovering Trek this week.
I didn't listen to it this week.
It's really good. It's actually one of the best discussions I think I've ever been a part of in a long time, and powerful thoughts and ideas and discussions about kind of all the things that Guinan talks about, the things that yes, it is sort of, Star Trek is known for their allegory in a lot of ways, and this is very different. This is like you said, in your face a little bit, a little woke, or a lot woke, and it almost feels too real. And I think that you're right, it does kind of feel a little bit too real, to be honest. But my thought is that Star Trek is made to make a message, and sometimes in fact, I think probably now more than ever, you need to be less of an allegory and just flat out say how wrong things are, and just be more direct. And so I think that that's sort of what they're playing on here. But,
I guess, but I feel that we get a lot of that from media already. Like, the media.
But I really love the way that Guinan did this. I mean, this is a very different Guinan. So she never met Picard in the past. She's been through hundreds of years on Earth of dealing with this. I mean, to be honest, like one of the things that she says, like they traded in hoods for suits. I'm like, whoa, like, yeah, they did. I mean, wow. But I think it's really powerful to hear from Guinan these things that are just are true about our world, even today, even though this is 2 years in the future. So I don't mind. I do miss the allegory a little bit, but this is not the same Star Trek. This is, it's, in fact, I'm enjoying this. It's different than.
No, I can appreciate it. I don't think it's as for me. Like, it
clearly doesn't resonate with you, but this episode really did resonate with me.
I guess, like, for me, because the media and entertainment in Hollywood tends to already be very left and very vocal about a lot of these issues. I don't know if kind of doing it the same way that a lot of other places are doing it is really making it more impactful for me, because it's basically more or less the same iterations of the same message over and over in different contexts. So yeah, I guess, for me, it's not doing anything. But
that's okay.
I think that's just like how I'm feeling about it right now. I feel it would be more powerful if it was through metaphor, but that's the way that I interpret stories, which everyone's different. It's very subjective. So yeah, I mean, I yes, you're right though. I think that Star Trek, the great thing about Star Trek is that there's always some sort of message, and there's always some sort of social lesson. And I definitely appreciate that about Star Trek. And that's one of the things that I think why you and I are both Star Trek fans, because we were able to kind of find some sort of positive message in Star Trek. It's just that for me right now, like basically all the current iterations of Trek are very, very heavy-handed in the storytelling. So it's just one thing where I'm kind of just like, I kind of miss that subtlety you know, and the more nuanced messaging.
Yeah, maybe Strange New Worlds will kind of dip into that a little bit more in that direction, and that'll kind of satisfy you in that way.
Yeah, maybe. But
you know,
it is what it is.
With its more episodic nature. So we may, you know, I think it's hard to kind of build an allegory into an arc, you know, and both of these shows, Discovery and Picard, are arc shows. So, you know, they have a season arc, and it's kind of hard to do.
It doesn't need to be the whole arc, but it can just be like, you know, pieces of the story that kind of like speak to certain lessons, right? I'm not asking for like the entire season to be like a
no,
story,
I know you're not. Yeah, no, I hear you. I think it would be, you know, interesting to see if they could do that, but I don't think that I think that Picard is much better written than Discovery was this season. So
I agree. No, it is.
So, you know, I don't know. But I don't know that Picard was kind of developed this in the way that we're talking about. Like it's not so much an allegory.
You know, I know we're not talking about Bridgerton yet, but, you know, one of the things I really like about Bridgerton is that it's living in this fantasy world where racism doesn't exist, but classism still does. So it's like, it's interesting because, you know, you have all these characters that are from different races and different backgrounds in different cultural contexts, but they can all live and celebrate together. And yet there is still a lot of these intrinsic problems that are just very human between them. And it's like, it's basically like, it's like historical fantasy, right? That's how I would contextualize Bridgerton. And I actually really think it's because it's Shonda Rhimes and she's always about messaging, you know, she's very much about that, but she does it in such a way that I think is powerful, but it doesn't hit you over the head with it. It's just part of the world, right? I don't know, like something like that. I just think is just such an interesting way of like saying like, this is how the world should be. You know, this is what, you know, we should be striving towards. Yet there's still problems we need to overcome. I don't know. Now, I don't want to go on a Bridgerton tangent, but I just feel that from a world building standpoint, it's just like, I think it's harder actually to weave a lesson into a story that is metaphor. You know, it takes more work to make that hit an impact, and it makes you, and you need to work to understand it. And then once you get it, you're like, wow, that's actually like, you know, really, that's a really good lesson.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, yeah. You know, it, you know, we live in a world where we get hit over the head with it all the time. I mean, I don't consume a lot of news because I don't want to be hit over the head with how bad the world is, because, you know, just as bad the media covers all the bad stuff and doesn't cover all the good stuff that's happening. And there is good stuff, but we're forced to just look at the bad stuff, really. And so I can understand that on some level, you kind of want Star Trek to be an escape from that. And in this context, at least in this episode, in this time frame, we're not getting the escape. We're getting this very blatant messaging about the state of our world right now. And yeah, it can get a little distracting or depressing depending on your sensitivity level to that. I'm not even depressed.
It's not even like, you know, it's not so much because I don't actually need Star Trek to be like a source of escape, but I do think that it can be more subtle. That's really it. But yeah. We haven't even talked about there are other things. So we also visit Chateau Picard in 2024, and we find out that the Picard family went to Britain. They escaped to England rather. Yeah. So maybe that's why Jean-Luc Picard has a British accent.
An English accent, yes, exactly. Yeah. So funny. So that's sort of that's funny.
But we also revisit some of like the childhood flashbacks where
Yeah. How did he put it? He put it in a really interesting way. He put it memories of
tomorrow or something.
tomorrow's past or something.
Yeah, something convoluted.
Something really cool. I really liked how he.
I was like, I
you
said
know-
something convoluted, but similar.
No, I thought the he, he was very eloquent. I felt about it, and having memories of things that yet to come,
happened.
and which is kind of interesting. And then we get the scene where Girardi basically hits 15 3 times, and Picard picks up on it, and that's when they discover that they have 3 days to kind of fix things or find out what's going to happen.
Is your theory? Are you still holding on to your theory that the flashbacks are to alternate Picard? Remember that?
Yeah, I kind of still do think that that's some of it. I think there's also now this possibility of, especially looking at next week's preview, which was on the Ready Room, and just seeing. I think that I'm really predicting that we're gonna get a cliffhanger kind of end to season 2, and it's gonna be a kind of, it's essentially these season 2 and 3 are kind of one story all put together, and I think that there's gonna be some alternate, like the butterfly effect is gonna become apparent, like something is gonna happen that causes this other thing to happen. And I think it's all around the Borg Queen, because I cannot get out of my mind that scene, that flashback that he has where he sees his mother being dragged away, just like you see drones dragging away Data in First Contact, this. So I feel like the Borg Queen and all of that is going to play into creating this alternate future that is Picard's past, and it kind of gets muddled in that way, maybe, or it is strictly the alternate past of the Picard that he replaced when he jumped into this different timeline. I don't know.
I think it's just more straightforward that this is Prime Picard's past. I think that there's something more to it. I think we're getting these illusions that his father was abusive, but I feel there's more to it. But I mean,
we haven't really developed or delved into any of that, really. It's just sort of through these little flashbacks, and we've gotten no further along in discovering it. I mean,
right.
The flashbacks that happened this episode don't really add a whole lot of context.
No, it's just
more context than we saw before.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't, but I think that the Borg Queen and what she's doing in the preview for next week, starting to reach out from the ship is some sort of sign. Like she's, I don't know. I she's sort of building a new collective in this time frame or something like that. And so I don't know. I love speculating about this, because it's so, like, it's been a while. Like we've never speculated about Discovery the way that we've been speculating about Picard, and we've only done it for 4 episodes, and we have more speculation about what all this means and in 4 episodes than we had in the whole of season 4 of Discovery. So I'm loving this, like, oh, what does this mean, and someone else pointed out to me, so jumping to the end of the episode to
Laris?
To Q first. We'll get to Laris in a second, but to Q and the snap. So someone pointed out, and I thought this was really interesting. I mean, we kind of have an idea that something's going on with Q,
right?
But someone pointed out that each time he's snapped, there's been less power behind it. So it's been interesting. Like the first time he changes, it's sort of he changed, and you had that light that you had in TNG, right? But without the sound effect. So it's already diminished from what we knew to be.
There was a sound effect.
It wasn't the same sound effect, though.
I wouldn't.
It was. I would say it's not like the I don't know how to even describe it, but it wasn't the powerful, like, sound that goes along with all of his
I
little.
wouldn't have expected them to retain the same sound effects as like from what
Oh,
they were
I
using
mean,
20 years ago.
maybe, but all right. So then the second snap in that episode is it doesn't even make a noise. It just changes perspective and moves them to another part of the house, really.
Mhm.
And then this snap has no power at all. And
I don't know.
so I think that there's something about Q's diminishing power going on here as well.
So there was something else that someone else was talking about, a different podcast. I don't remember which one, but is this Q? Is this Q from, if we're talking about Q's point of view, Q's POV, did Q from 2402 go back in time and this is that Q's continuation? Or because the past by 2402, if you recall from episode 2 was already changed, was this like a previous version of Q that he does something in the past to adjust it, and then 2402Q is after. I don't know if you caught any of that because you were distracted.
I mean, I heard some of it.
So basically,
I mean, I hear like, yeah, I think that.
Yeah, is this like 2402 coming back and then this is his continual POV, or is it if we're talking about like 2402Q's perspective, had he already gone to the past to change something?
Oh, I see. I sort of feel like
Because
Q is timeless, but then
but still he still operates like linearly. He doesn't operate in the prophets where they kind of have no sense of linear time. He has a sense of linear time. He's just omniscient. No, he's not omniscient, actually. He's omnipotent. Difference. So meanwhile, the prophets, they don't experience linear time.
Right.
I think that's not the same. So
I don't know. I don't know. In
this other podcast, they made it sound like, oh, this is before he actually 2402, this is before he went to tell Picard, you messed up.
I see. I see. Oh, interesting. I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, I'm sure my reading of it is that it's 2402Q that came back with them and he's like doing things, he's like,
I think, I mean, that I think is the simplest and most straightforward explanation.
But it could be any, we don't know, like, because
I guess it could be something else. It could be his earlier self doing these things. I mean, maybe he could have been interested in the Picard family from forever. He could have been part of different parts of the Picard family throughout history, because obviously, I mean, we don't get it in this episode, but there was speculation before I saw the preview for the next episode. This is Renee Picard. The woman that he is sitting across from is Renee Picard.
Who is the Picard that he mentioned during at the Academy?
Possibly, yes. Possibly possibly that ancestor, but also it's a woman, not a man. It's Renee, which is
Renee could be either.
Right. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, he could have been interested in the Picard family all along. Similarly, it seems like Laris is a watcher / supervisor, a la Assignment Earth from the original series.
Seen. I should probably watch.
So you should probably go watch that before you watch next week's episode, because it'll probably inform.
I read the Wikipedia article, the memory alpha article.
All right, fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I love speculating about this. I love it. I think there's so many possibilities, and I love that Picard has opened up our imaginations, our collective imaginations as Star Trek fans, about what all of this means. Like, I don't think that we've had this much fun speculating about what all this means in a long time. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know. And, but we do know that that's Renee Picard. She's reading a Dixon Hill mystery.
Is that Renee Picard? We know that for sure.
Yes, it's on. It's on her shirt in the preview for the next episode.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And she's reading a Dixon Hill mystery, written by Tracy Torme, who is a writer on TNG. So
Yeah,
a bunch of
I didn't catch the Easter
then,
egg until someone said it. I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either. I was looking at the book.
Yeah, I was like trying to look at it. I was like, what's the title? And like I was distracted by
Yeah, it was really yeah.
it
was too hard to really make out, but and then the whole Tracy Torme thing, I think that was a nice thing. And then the whole Roy Kirk Plaza is another callback to TOS. So and then there's some Easter eggs in the newspaper that Q is reading. So so there's, I don't know. I'm excited to see. We still
do you have
haven't met.
Have a theory as to why the supervisor looks like Laris?
Do I have a theory? I mean, my theory is that she is the Watcher, she is the supervisor, and that Picard,
like Laris in the future, is the supervisor.
Yeah, like it's the same person.
You think it's the same person?
Yeah,
but they met on Romulus.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no, I totally. Yes. I mean, I don't.
I was thinking that maybe it's like because we see that obviously the Watcher/supervisor has apparently telepathic abilities, that maybe he, like the supervisor, is just taking the form of someone that Picard cares about.
Oh yeah, that's another theory. Yeah, which it totally could be, I guess. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I've heard that theory too. So I
didn't even hear it. I just made it up.
Oh no, that's a that's a theory. That's
I've been reading
someone
theories
else
about it.
You didn't. That's great. Yeah. So it could. Yeah, it could totally be that. So I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, I'm excited that Orla. It's and my one complaint, which we talked about it.
Your one complaint versus my many complaints.
Well, one of my complaints is that they put her name back in the opening credits, but I think
was it taken out last episode?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, Evan Evagora was in last episode. This week it put her Orla Brady in the title, as well as guest starred John Delancey. So it kind of, I really dislike when they do that, because it just spoils it. But fortunately, both of them ended up at the end of the season, and I had forgotten at the end of the episode. So I sort of forgotten
the opening credits each time, because
I do. I love the music I love the new music.
I hate the main theme.
Oh wow! No, I love this new main theme. Love it.
I don't like
funny.
It.
We flip flopped. We've
never done anything for me.
Oh, we flip flopped. Oh, did you not like last season's either? Oh, okay. I didn't really.
I don't like the Picard main theme. Like okay. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's very strong.
I like it so much better this season. So I watched the credits. Yeah, I do.
Oh wow. Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Yep. So
even on rewatching, I mean, I watched it again tonight while I was cooking.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me.
Okay. Well, then you're not going to be, spoiled. But me, who's watching credits,
and it's really long. It's like 90 seconds.
Okay,
like a really long.
Your life is not wasting. It's not like you're wasting 90 seconds of your life.
Oh, random, but it didn't happen to me.
Random
episode, but when I was watching Discovery, it was episode 12. Well, episode 13.
The finale.
Finale. Discovery came back because I have Paramount. I have the commercial version of.
Oh
Paramount
right,
Plus.
yeah.
You get the ad breaks.
Yep.
It came back and all the audio was in Spanish. I did nothing. It was just like all in Spanish.
That's
it was like
awesome.
It was going to that scene where Tilly and Vance were like trying to evacuate Earth, and it was like all dubbed in Spanish. I was like, "What is happening?" I was like, "What? Did I miss something?" They're all talking in Spanish. I couldn't turn it off. Restart the app. It was like so terrible. I don't know. It's like such a terrible app.
Added to the long laundry list of things wrong with the app / Paramount Pluses.
Yeah, that happened, and then I told you one time I was watching the show Evil, also a Paramount Plus show, and it the disability option came on where the woman would a woman in the background describing everything that's happening on screen.
Oh yeah.
It was like I was like, what is that? I couldn't turn it off.
Yes.
It was so terrible. So terrible. I was like, all right. Anyway.
Well, I did like the ending and how I'm really curious about Watcher and Supervisor and all of this stuff and this whole Gary 7 thing, which I think is really cool tie in.
Like a deep cut because
it is, yeah. It is very interesting. Which makes you kind of want to go back and watch the Sign of Earth again.
You know, it's not like I don't hear that episode come up. You know, it's not like a well-regarded episode where it's in the discourse.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting that is the connection. But hey.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out more next week or tomorrow. Next week, tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow.
Cool.
Well, cool. I think that that gives a pretty good summary of our thoughts on this. We're going to do something we haven't done in a while because we've had so much Star Trek to talk about. We are going to talk a little bit off topic. We're not going to go deep because we've been watching a lot of different things, but let's go talk some off topic.
Yeah.
So you're
what did we agree to talk about? I don't remember.
Well, Bridgerton. I mean, you already had your little say about Bridgerton. So we're gonna. I'm gonna throw one more in, and maybe you haven't watched it yet. So we're just gonna talk briefly about Bridgerton because you've already gone in your classism diatribe about it.
Yes.
The Gilded Age.
Yes.
And I want to know if you've watched the first episode of Halo.
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
So Bridgerton is a nice. In fact, it was Twitter DMing with our friend and listener Sam about Bridgerton.
Oh, really?
He just randomly messaged me and said, and hi Sam, by the way.
Hi Sam Slade.
Shout out to Sam Slade. And he said, yeah, he and his wife were watching or may have just finished Bridgerton, and I was like, that's funny, we're midway through it, and he's like, it's so unrealistic or whatever, and
no, I don't think it's supposed to be realistic. I'm like, is this how?
It's I love. Like? Here's what he says. He says, "I love how historically inaccurate this show is."
Oh yeah, I mean, they're not going for that.
I said it's just very fluffy, fun, and it's a distraction, and we both agree that it's.
Well, meanwhile, I'm like, is love supposed to be this complicated, and am I supposed to have this many feelings?
Yeah, I mean,
and also, is love worth it? These are bigger questions for me.
These are bigger questions.
Yeah, is love even worth it? Because it seems like a lot of work.
Relationships are work.
I understand, but
it's a constant reinvestment. In fact, in I think episode 4, where Daphne and her mom and Daphne and Violet are talking. And Daphne brings up that she and the Duke are discovering new and irritating ways that they, new ways that they irritate each other, and how it continues to make them work on their relationship. Essentially, is the paraphrasing of it. And
sounds arduous.
It's investment.
I love Violet. I love the mom.
I do too.
She's so great.
She is. And so we just watched the episode 5. So, actually, if you by the way, for those of you who may want to watch Bridgerton and haven't watched it, because it is brand new.
Spoiler alert, get the fuck out of here. Like, whatever.
Yes, if you're watching Bridgerton, we
already started talking about it. And 5 minutes later, spoiler alert. It's like, all right.
Well, because I was going to go into more of a detail, because episode 5, I think, is or is it 4? I forget. Is the whole how his dad dies.
It was tragic.
And how he had to make the call on his youngest sibling.
Right.
Which was also really
harrowing.
Crazy, wacky, harrowing.
then you kind
So,
of
yeah,
understand why he is the way he is, like why Anthony is so
sort of
closed off.
Yeah, he was sort of
you know?
forced into it. I wish though that they had recast the actor to be younger, because it says 10 years ago, and I'm like, there's no way he looks the same. Like, they didn't do any de-aging.
They should have they changed his hair a little bit. I mean, he's supposed to be like what, like in 10 years ago he would be like 19. So
Oh, is he 29?
yes, he's 29.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
right.
he's 29. Kate's 26. Yeah, he mentions that he's 29.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I felt at the time I didn't know their ages, so
yeah. Well, he's the oldest, so
yeah. Yeah. I thought that, but I liked the conversation that he had with his mom and how he basically called her out and said you weren't actually there.
Right.
Which I thought was really powerful.
No, I think there are a lot of great conversations. Like Bridgerton,
yeah.
It is fluffy, but honestly, there are a lot of these like actually very deep conversations.
And I almost did not commit to the season because after watching the first episode, I was kind of annoyed with Anthony. I was like, I don't need to watch some stupid dumbass, be stupid all the time, like just be outwardly obstinate. And
well, he's kind of like, okay, he's kind of like Mr. Darcy in that way. Like, I don't know if you ever read like Pride and Prejudice or ever watched it, but Mr. Darcy is a little bit like that. But it's like all these like men in the Jane Austen kind of era of like writing, they're all like very conflicted and they have a lot of baggage, and they kind of show it through a little bit of this like front of toxic masculinity, appropriate for the era. But it's because like they have this inner conflict. So in the case of Anthony, he's kind of a jerk, but it's because he's walled up his heart, right? Like, it's because he's put all these guards around his heart and he can't let love in. So he needs to keep people at a certain distance, and he does it by being a jerk. So there is a reason for it. So it's like, I do like the character development of Bridgerton. It actually, like, it is fluffy, but you have these like really meaningful conversations between some of these characters. Like, I love Violet because she has these like really deep conversations and just ponderings about love, right? And how love, it can be very painful. And it is a risk. And I actually, that's one of the things I actually really love about Bridgerton. It's like it can be very honest, which I do enjoy. And some of these characters are actually very deep. They have they have a lot going on.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that it's fun, and we're a little over halfway through the season. So we haven't, but I see a lot of the complications. We binged 3 episodes last night. We were just like eating dinner, watching it, and then we were like, oh, let's watch one more. And then I was like, gonna get up and walk Hamish, and Hamish was still sleeping. So I was like, all right, let's watch one more.
They're like all like an hour. They're like all very long.
I know they're like, so we watched 3 hours of it yesterday, and it was good. It got better and better, but I could, the complication level is rising quickly. So I am very interested to see how they're going to resolve this, which it does not seem to be. It's not going to be clean. It does not seem that the future there's not an easy way out of this, especially now that at the end of episode 5, it's very clear that Bon is in love with the Viscount. And so therefore Kate basically says, I'll get over my passion because she's in love with him, and basically convinces Anthony to keep the marriage on and to move it up if possible. And
it is very messy. It's very messy.
So
especially compared to season 1, where Daphne and Simon, the Duke, they get married by like episode 4, and then the complications arise where you find out that he's the one who have children, blah blah blah. That actually was somewhat less complicated than this season.
Yeah,
but I loved this season. And honestly,
Well, you binged it and you watched it. You contributed to being
7 episodes in one day. But Jonathan Bailey, who plays Anthony, is gay in real life, but you have no idea.
Yep.
Like, because he and Kate have so like, and honestly, it's the mark of a good actor. Like they just have so much. Their chemistry is very strong.
Yeah.
And
no, it's a great
you
point.
seriously can believe that they're really into each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's doing incredible acting, and yeah, he's on our team. So
he's on our team. No, it's great. I love this season. It was so intense. But then I was like, oh, is love worth it? It's just really seems like too much work. So that was one of my takeaways. It's like a shiny object, but then it's also like, oh god. And then it's also like, obviously this is like, this is this it's fluff, but then I'm like, oh, like, am I supposed to be passionate like this? Because I'm not passionate like this about anything. So whatever.
You have your moments of passion when we disagree strongly with one another.
Sure.
About things. There's passion there. So that's Bridgerton. The Gilded Age wrapped up also recently.
Yes. Another period drama.
Another period drama.
Oh well, wait. We didn't talk. Okay, so the Gilded. No, sorry, Bridgerton. Yeah, the other thing I just love about it, and I obviously referenced this earlier, is just like the race blindness of it. I love it. I really like how they kind of just celebrate that. Obviously, it's like not real, and it's like kind of washing away all the atrocities of colonialism, but it's also kind of like, oh my god, like it would be so great if the world was like this. And
yeah, it's a bubble, it's not real. It's, of course,
it's a fantasy.
It's total historical fantasy at its finest. I
love it. I really love that component of it.
Yes, compared to the Gilded Age,
which
is a little more historical. Right. It's not really fantasy. I would call this more historical drama.
It's just historical fiction. Yeah.
Historical fiction. Yeah. Fiction. Yeah. And I really enjoyed how it wrapped up, actually. I didn't
love that final episode. I mean, I liked it, but it felt a little bit like padded to me, because it was like the major drama was really with what's her face, with Marion and
Rakes
and Mr. Rakes.
Yep. That was the main that whole piece, and then the other piece.
And then I was like, oh my god, men are just scum. Like, that's basically the takeaway. Men are scum. They're terrible people. Marion's like boyfriend is scum. Miss Brooks, the black woman. God. Miss Brooks, right?
Miss Brooks. Yeah.
The one black woman. Father scum. I was like, oh my god, like, men are terrible.
Isn't it Rashad, Felicia Rashad, who's her mom?
I don't know their real names. It's like they're all Tony winners.
No, it's the Mrs. Huxtable, I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Huxtable.
From the Cosby Show.
Oh, I never really watched the Cosby Show.
Okay. I think that Miss Brooks is, or Mrs. Brooks, I guess, would be correct. Mrs. Brooks is played by Felicia Rashad. So they find out that the father stole the illegitimate son.
Baby. Legitimate son, because they were married. She was married.
Right. But
he just didn't like the husband.
Right. And so that was crazy to figure that all out. I mean, that they had
one thing that's very common in both these shows is the threshold for a scandal is very low.
Oh yeah.
And like, it's like, oh my god, a man and a woman in a room together, that's a scandal. I'm like, oh my god. Like, that's
and then
really, really low threshold. Because we see that in the Gilded Age too. It's like the threshold for a woman's reputation being ruined is very, very low. And of course, it's always the women, their reputations are at stake. Men can do whatever they want.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed the Gilded Age. They're filming season 2 already.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I also just like the spectacle sometimes, like the spectacle of these, just these sets and like, the balls and the parties. And I'm just like, wow, everything's pretty and beautiful.
And I have to say that
I'm ready to
Christine Baranski is phenomenal in it. I wish I'm glad that Cynthia Nixon plays a different type of character, very demure and very almost subservient to her sister, and but she gets her quips in once in a while. So I like that. I'm intrigued because I actually don't think he's that attractive. I think John is attractive, but I don't think that it's not Victor, but who's her son? John is the boyfriend of Christine Baranski's son.
Oh, John Adams. Very generic name. Just John Adams.
John Adams. John Adams. And what's her son's name? Vincent?
Oslo?
No.
Olsen?
No.
Christine Baranski's son?
Yes. Is Vincent, right?
I don't know.
Something like that. Victor or Vincent. He's just kind of slimy.
He's annoying. Like, I'm like, why does the one like main gay? I mean, obviously John Adams is also gay, but like, why is like the main gay token gay annoying? Like, because it was the same issue.
That's my question.
Downton Abbey. What's his face? I don't know.
Oh, the jerk. He was a jerk.
He was a jerk.
Yeah.
And of course, he's the gay character. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Oscar.
I was
like Oslo.
I thought you were I thought you were doing is referencing Discovery's Tarka's boyfriend.
Wait, what was his name?
Orso.
Well, Oscar.
Yeah, he's a real jerk. I'm interested. I'm wondering if Marion's gonna end up with the son of
Larry.
Is that Larry? Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah.
He's the cute one.
He's a cute one. Yeah. I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel they feel like they're just friends. I'm not getting like a lot of like that chemistry between them, but who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just, again, it's a good distraction, fun.
Yeah. So 2 months ago, I was ready to go to Paris because I live in Paris. Now I'm ready to transfer back to 19th century England, but without the racism. So, Bridgerton, England.
Bridgerton versus, I thought you were going to say 19th century New York.
No.
Yeah, no. Because there's plenty of racism there.
Yeah.
Plenty of racism. That's not.
Yeah, I would be like working the railroads.
I mean, that really stood out to me, how if Black people are walking down the street and white people are coming, the Black people have to get out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's real, but it's
segregation at its best. Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
So,
all right. So there's a Gilded Age, and then finally, since we'll because we only have one episode to talk about. What did you enjoy Halo's first episode?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Like,
you're a player. So just a context, this is almost like a gamer, not gamer.
Right, but I've never played Halo.
Oh, you never? Oh, really?
I never had an Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, I really thought you had played Halo.
Yeah, I never played Halo.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a gamer versus not gamer. I'm actually in the same boat
as you. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know like the mythology or the world at all.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna. I was looking for you to educate me on the mythology of this.
No.
Okay.
So I'm kind of being thrown in as much as you are.
Okay.
So I have questions. I don't know the characters. I don't know anything about the Covenant, which is basically the aliens and
aliens, right? Yeah.
But apparently their leader is human. I'm like, what's that? What's all that about? the child.
Yeah, she's some religious. I feel like she's some religious leader, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know as much as you do.
Okay,
Basically.
all right. Well, then there's not a lot to talk about because I mean,
well, what did you think about it?
I enjoyed it. I thought that the themes were strong. I thought it was, interesting mythology in the sense that when John, what is Sergeant Major
John.
or what is it? John? Is his name John?
I think it's John. Yeah.
Okay. When John touches the artifact,
Chief. He's always referred to as like Master Chief.
Master Chief. That's the title. That's what I couldn't remember. Master Chief.
Yeah.
So Master Chief John touches the artifact and things happen. So I thought that was interesting. I liked how just in having a conversation with Quan made him rethink things, and he made decisions quickly based upon that. Like his perspective changed.
Well, it was because he touched the artifact as well. I think that changed him.
Okay, yeah.
But because otherwise he would be just kind of programmed, like he's like programmed soldier. But but that's what that doctor was kind of very curious about. I don't remember her name. Yeah, the blonde doctor. Oh, God. Yeah. But she's very curious about the artifact because she's also noticing these changes in Master Chief.
Well, I mean, now everyone notices. Everyone knows the changes by the end of the episode. So it's so that's why it's
a big deal. So it wasn't just the conversation, but because I think if he hadn't touched the artifact, he would have just obeyed orders and killed her or something.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I liked how. All right. Therefore, I liked how the artifact changed him enough that the questions that she brought up raised more questions for him, and he, started changing.
Right. Yes. So, yeah, looking forward to more. Obviously, we only got episode 1, and it's a weekly show, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was enjoyable, so I'm interested to see where it goes, and I'm not burdened by the mythology.
I know nothing, so I'm not like, why are they doing this? I'm like, whatever.
No. All right, well, cool. Well, a little bit of off topic there. Two very similar shows, and
I know
one very
two
different
period dramas, and then one sci-fi show.
One sci-fi show. So
have you subscribed to Apple TV again? Apple TV?
No, I have not. Why? What am I?
Well, I mean, you have a bunch of things to catch up on, but I've heard a lot about Pachinko. It's supposed to be amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard.
And then we also have the Best Picture winner, Coda
on there.
I want to watch. That's also on Apple TV. So now I'm like, should I like resubscribe for a month and just like watch this shit? I don't know.
Yeah. That's a good question.
You have a time. You forget it. They're like that.
I mean, I don't know that I have the time. It's not a matter of paying for it anymore. It's a matter of I have the $5. No, it's not the $5. It's more about do I have the time to watch more shows amidst all of the things that I'm doing right now.
You're busy.
So that's actually really what it comes down to. So, these fitting like Bridgerton in while eating dinner and watching it is one thing, but like sitting down for a 2-hour movie,
sure.
It just depends on on what's happened on the week. It depends on whether Dennis is working or not. It depends, just so many factors.
Life is hard.
Yeah, life is complicated. Life is hard. Yes.
Yeah, it's like Bridgerton. Life is complicated. You never know if you're going to fall in love with the older sister but get engaged to the younger sister.
Right. Exactly. You never know. That could happen to all of us.
It could happen to any one of us.
Anyone.
You never know what life is going to throw your way.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, that about wraps up this episode. Johnson, why don't you tell our listeners how they can connect with us?
Yeah. We would love to hear from you. whether. Oh shoot, we were supposed to talk about Discovery as a season this episode.
Oh, well. Oh well.
Oh well.
I
could have done without it. That's a basic takeaway. That's my basic gist.
There you go. We're sorry. We'll think about doing that, but honestly, I think we just want to leave Discovery season 4 behind.
It could have been like 8 episodes.
Kind of like Chicago left Wilson Cruz behind.
All right.
That sort of thing.
Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot that. Whatever. Okay. Well, we would love to hear everyone's thoughts about Picard, Halo, Bridgerton, the Gilded Age, whatever.
Or the Strange New Worlds clips.
Or Strange New Worlds. Or if anyone is going to Chicago and you want to let us know, sure.
Yeah.
What you can do is you can reach out to us on social, on Instagram, Twitter at Deep Space Pride, or you can email us at deepspacepride@gmail.com.
There we go. And we'll talk next week about Picard. Our episode will record early because we're going to Chicago, and we'll have to edit early and fit all of that into our life somehow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Amidst everything else that we were both doing. So, but we'll figure it out. So we'll talk about that, and then see what else comes up in the news. But thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye, everyone.
Deep Space Pride is a production of Coconut Media Works. Executive producers Bill Smith and Dan Davidson. For more great Star Trek discussion, discover the other shows of the Trek Geeks Podcast Network at trekgeeks.com, or find us in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
Coconut.